Hey guys, Dr. Shook here, another sauna session. In this video, I want to talk about the importance of your thyroid hormone. And so in a previous video, I talked a lot about what cells of your body need it, and we know that every single cell in the body needs thyroid hormone. Okay, so knowing that, at the end of one of my videos, this is something that's really an important point, so I want to mention it here. Is if you have any endocrine problem, right? And I mean, so deficiencies, hormonal deficiencies, or issues with your hormones, even infertility. Let's say you have insufficiency of your adrenal glands, or you have progesterone or estrogen deficiencies or testosterone deficiencies, or you just have insulin problems with your insulin insensitivity or insulin resistance. Listen, here's the thing: any endocrine problem, so that means hormonal system, right? Rule out thyroid. And so the reason for that is because, remember, every single cell in your body needs thyroid hormone, and those include the cells of every gland that makes these other hormones, right? Even the brain. So, and your brain, your brain is this neurological and neuroendocrine structure, right? It's all these nerve cells, and it has all these endocrine structures that secrete hormones that signal and orchestrate the rest of your chemistry, the rest of your endocrine system. So when you know this, like, rule out thyroid, because if you have poor problems utilizing your thyroid hormone, remember, it's not just quantity. As a matter of fact, that's the biggest problem I see, is that people, doctors are only focused on thyroid hormone quantity, and they look at it and they're like, well, everything's fine. Well, maybe not. There's a whole lot that happens from that has to occur once your thyroid hormone's in your bloodstream, to getting it into the cell, from conversion to transport to sensitivity of the cells where the thyroid hormone is being used. There's a ton of things that need to be considered. So it's really important. Any endocrine problem, rule out thyroid, right? And it's not just quantity. You need to look at inflammatory levels. You need to be considering T4 to T3. Can you convert properly? You need to be looking at reverse T3 levels to make sure they're not too high, because they will disrupt and make they're kind of like the brake. If T3 is the gas, your T3 hormone, your thyroid hormone is the gas, reverse T3 is kind of like the brake. I'm not going to get into that too much here, and it's getting like super hot in here. We're at 157 with temperature, so this is really important, right? So just understand, any endocrine problems, rule out thyroid. Not just quantity, but can you make it? Can you transport it? Can you use it? You need to be looking at stuff like they need to be looking at things like inflammatory markers. They need to be looking at T4 to T3. Are you converting your T4 to T3? If not, why is that occurring? They need to be considering, do you have anemia, like any kinds of shifts in the red blood cells that would impair your body's ability to carry oxygen to every cell, because every cell has to have oxygen, every cell has to have thyroid hormone, and every cell has to have blood sugar. So then they need to look at your blood sugar. I like to look at an A1C marker plus a fasting glucose, right, which is your fasting blood sugar, to see if you're delivering blood sugar to the cells, because every cell has to have thyroid hormone, oxygen, and blood sugar. Without that, you have cellular dysfunction. So it doesn't make. Here's the thing: whenever someone comes in and they have a chronic condition, they're suffering with autoimmunity or whatever it may be, right? Whatever it may be, there's foundational chemistry that needs to be considered, as well as looking at anything in more detail, like, is there inflammation, right? Because if they have inflammation, that will disrupt hormone sensitivity. It's like it will disrupt all the physiology. It can throw off the rest of your physiology. So if there's inflammation, you need to know why it's there. Is the person autoimmune? If they're autoimmune, then we know just a side effect of the autoimmunity is increased cytokines, which are these chemical messengers. They're mostly, with autoimmunity, there's a lot of inflammatory messengers, but we know they can be anti-inflammatory. But we're talking about primarily these cytokines that are inflammatory. They can disrupt the physiology. We know that you have to have oxygen delivery to the cells. If you don't have oxygen delivery, you have cellular dysfunction. So does it make sense? How can you get a person healthy if you can't get their cells healthy? Because the cells make tissues, tissues make organs, organs make systems, systems make you. So you can't be healthy if you don't have health on a cellular level. That's why we do this foundational approach to blood chemistry. And then we want to look at blood sugar, right? Because you have to have stable blood sugar, right? If you don't have stable blood sugar, then you can't have healthy cells, and cells make tissues, tissues make organs, organs make systems, systems make you. Cells have to be healthy. We could even talk about nutrients and deficiencies and other issues there, but I don't like to get into that as much because those are things that, if you do that kind of stuff any of the stuff you do it on your own, you can kind of, there's a balance you have to strike with between intervention and letting the body heal. So anyway, wanted to share that with you guys. I think it's really important you understand. You have any endocrine problem, rule out thyroid. Okay. So Dr. Shook here. I hope you guys appreciate this. I appreciate you so much coming here to learn more about your health. If you have any questions, you can post them below. If you need anything from us, we're here for you. Just contact us and we'll do everything that we can to help you. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Thanks.